morning. It's Monday morning. It's the second week of the year. Can you believe it? Oh my gosh. So, what are you drinking today? Welcome to Tea Time with S.A. Crow. I am drinking an old favorite. So, not sponsored. Of course, this company doesn't exist anymore, other than I think it's owned by Starbucks now. I think, yes, it's owned by Starbucks now. And so, this was a Tivana tea, and it is caramel apple confetti, amaretti. Sorry, amaretti. Um, and when you add creamer to it, the tea turns pink. So it's a cute little tea. If you can find the Starbucks versions being sold in your store, I'm sure you will like it. Let's see who all's here this morning. Brandy's here. Yay, my Brandy. Rita. Yay. Hi, Rach D. It's good to see you. Water for Rita. Hi, Cool Gamer. It's good to see you too. So today's card from my Attracting Abundance deck was Radiate. So what emotion or energy would you like to radiate out into the world and into your environment today, especially your home offices? I have pistachio cream this morning. Ooh, coffee or tea? Afternoon, as the case may be, or afternoon, yes. It's not quite afternoon for me, so yay! Got to make a run to get cold medicine for my Jen. I'm trying to radiate calm because I slept through my alarm this morning, so I felt a little overwhelmed and anxious and things like that, but I'm working on it. Iced tea for Brandy. Let's see what else is going on. Oh my gosh. So I uploaded the ebook um, interior for the cookbook. Oh my gosh. I am waiting to get information from Meals on Wheels, and I will probably get a better copy put up before our pre order date. My home office needs to be cleaned up again. I'm switching to a different project this week. So last week needed to be out of sight for me. That is awesome. I love to do that too, where when I start a new project, I completely clean my desk area, all of that stuff. So that way I pull out my notes for my next project and all that kind of thing. I am with you 100% there. Oh, so Selena Finnick, we interviewed her on the Wings for Writers last year. Beautiful author, beautiful artist. She makes some amazing work. She's an Australian artist and author. And if you sign up for her newsletter, she has two different newsletters. She has her reading, book stuff, and then she has her art newsletter. And every month you get a download of a coloring page because she makes coloring books and things like that and other art pieces. And this is this month's. I am thinking about doing it in watercolor. I can't wait. Definitely need some calm here. Oh, light the candle, relax, drink your iced tea. You're just hanging with me. Yeah, today is all about cleaning up and planning things out. That's awesome. I like that. Well, hopefully you can clean and plan while you listen to me chitter chat. Um, wow. We had an amazing weekend. Thank you to all the volunteers that volunteered their time and did sprints and took part in the bingo, all of that wonderful stuff. Poor Brandy has like several things to send out today because she has the bingo thing to send out and I think a package or two. So goodness, Brandy has got some stuff to do, but that's okay. She has plenty of time. Plenty. Yes, a huge thank you to everyone. If you are new to this or if you're watching the replay and you don't know who I am, I've got some new subscribers. So um, I run On the Wings for Writers. It's a writing group. We have a page on Facebook and we also have a Discord server. Most of the stuff happens in the Discord server because that's what we started with first. And we run a retreat weekend every month. And we are in a literary world every month. And this month we were in Gone with the Wind. So we were in Georgia. And we had a great time. It turned out so wonderful. I'm sorry that there was a puppy emergency that caused one of our volunteers to have to cancel. I'm hoping the puppy is on the mend. And then I think someone else had an emergency, and that was the reason they had to cancel. But thank you all so much for your hard work. We can't do this without you. You are amazing. And my gosh, speaking of amazing people, we are doing a giveaway in March. And it's a book giveaway. It's a one-day event on March 22nd. If you are an author, if you are a writer and you want to get people to your page, your newsletter, your blog, whatever it may be, you do not have to give away an ebook. You could give away swag, you could give away a gift card, anything to get people onto your social media and following you. So don't worry if you don't have a book out yet. You can still join us. And we would love to have you. It's going to be a fantastic party. It's really simple, really easy to do. And I will be happy to send the link. We also are going to be doing a live charity stream. So if you stream on Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, whatever it may be, go ahead and sign up, pick a time slot. We'll make sure you have social media to promote it. We'll make sure you have the right logo and everything and the URL for them to download, to donate to. This is going to be going to Meals on Wheels, our charity for the year. Some other exciting news. The retreat was a lot of fun this weekend. I got lots of stuff accomplished. Oh, I'm so glad. So the other thing we've got going on, let me get down to my reminders, is our beautiful, beautiful Rach is in a giveaway, a book giveaway. This is the link to that book fair. The book she co-authors is available on there. So go ahead, head over to that link and enter into the book fair. And there's like 4 books available, I think it is. Oh, you're so welcome, sweetie. So welcome. Okay, my other thing is our beautiful Rita has a series on Wattpad that you can read. So this is the link. Oh, you found out one of the books is free too? Oh, nice. This is Rita's Wattpad. You can go over there and read her story. I am having issues with Wattpad right now signing in. So as soon as I can fix that, I can read it. So that is on my agenda. Oh, you're so welcome. Of course, a person who's not in here right now, so I can't highlight her, but Angela has the right notebook, and I think that is in the descriptions below. If it's not in the descriptions below, it is um, therightnotebook.com, and it's right as in right with a W. As an awesome subscription box. I'm not able to get that subscription box yet, but I live vicariously through Brandy, who lets me see all of the stuff that's in the box. And I am on the newsletter, so I help her pick the theme of the month because she has you pick that in her newsletter. It is an awesome subscription box. You get notebooks, you get pens, you get planner stuff, you get self-care stuff. It's so awesome. And I will eventually be able to get a box subscription myself. That's what these things are for. Let's see. Oh, this weekend I am doing the writer workshop. the writer's notebook. And if you've taken that before, don't worry, take it again because it's free, first of all. And second of all, I've got new stuff. So I've got new stuff, new ideas to go into your writer's notebook. I'm so excited to bring you some new ideas. Oh, Brandy, thank you so much. Brandy put the link in there for y'all. This is the subscription box. Thank you so much, Brandy. You are awesome. Let's see what else has been going on. Wow, we have an author interview. I'm going to get to interview Zio Axelrod, who wrote A Girl with Stars in Her Eyes. And we're going to interview her on the Discord. And she wrote an amazing book. I can't wait to interview her. Gosh, there's so much going on this month. This is my self-care bingo. I created this card. You can get that in the Discord. Let me see if I can find it. It would be under Self-Care Daily. So this is the self-care bingo card for this month, if you would like one. With workshops, you always learn something new. Oh, I know. Every time I read a book, I pick up something different about the book or some little tidbit I didn't notice before. And so I'm always excited. I'm excited to do these. Oh my goodness. The word of today is charlatan. 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 Our weekly writing prompt is write about someone whose luck is running out. And the daily writing prompt is write about the shadows in your grandmother's house. Ooh. And of course, our monthly writing challenge is to write a piece of flash fiction every day for 7 days. So those are exciting. So let's see. What would you like to know about your writer's notebook, or what I have in my writer's notebook? Feel free to ask any questions. Good morning, Tony. What are you drinking this morning? I love doing a writer's notebook. I have a notebook for each project, for each writing project. I also have my master writing notebook. I have that on Notion and in my Drive, my Google Drive. I started with a Google Drive document and did a table of contents. And because Tony's drinking water this morning. Y'all are some good ones drinking water this morning. I'm not. I have my water, but I'm not drinking water. So I started my first writer's notebook because I knew I was writing a series. And so as soon as I knew the book was a series, I pulled out this massive writing pad. And the kind that you put on an easel at work and you do brainstorming on, or in school. And so I pulled out that and I started planning out all of the characters, all of their books, who was going to be their girlfriends, everything, like when were people going to get pregnant, all that kind of thing. I've got new A5 binders for my writer's notebook, thanks to the suggestion from Brandy. Woohoo! But I'm nervous to start it. I don't know why, because the pretty expensive paper I got for it. Oh, yeah. That's always difficult, isn't it? That you're like, but I don't want to ruin this perfectly good, pretty notebook, right? No, you just have to start. And I highly recommend the one thing that I hope that everyone takes away from the writer's notebooks is start with sticky notes. Start with sticky notes. Start planning out what you want to put in there. Start with sticky notes. You can always take them out. You can always go, oh, wait, that took more pages than I had planned. And so you can move the sticky notes. It's no problem. And that way you're less afraid. You're more excited to write down the stuff after the sticky notes. But I'm hoping this week, since my project book is Nexus, which I already have one in a different notebook. Ooh, nice. Yeah, I highly suggest start with sticky notes anytime you're working on something like that. Hi. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Cytheros. So, any other questions about notebooks? Any other things you're afraid of when it comes to new notebooks? Are you more scared of the notebook than you are of the blinking cursor on the blank page? That's a good question. I like that question. I'm going to write that down. Interesting concept of thinking. I know that would make a great post for social media. So, sticky. That's the other thing. Writers have the most interesting sticky notes on their computer screens or on around their desk. I have one that is on my computer screen, or well, on the monitor, and it says "track the blue folder," and only I know what that means. And anyone who came in here would be like, "What? I don't see a blue folder. What is she talking about?" I love knowing what the sticky notes are on authors, desks. Like I have ones that says fire 4, fire 3. What? Why are we so scared to start a notebook? What is that fear? That is an interesting question. The fear of messing up, maybe? And then the whole thing is messed up? Even though we know we could glue pages together. Maybe we don't think about it practically like, well, you can just glue the pages together. It's going to be okay. Or you can take that page out, especially like if you have discs or things like that. You could just take that page out, put in a new page. But yet we're so scared to mess up a pretty notebook. Interesting. All right. Well, while y'all are thinking about that, we are going to start our next chapter. So, the fear of ending up with ugly pages. Oh, well, you can always pencil them in. Start with pencil first and then pen when you're ready. That's an option. Okay. For those of you who are watching the replay or are new to this, I am reading from my first book, Into the Fire. It is available on Amazon. for 99 cents. Um, I think the ebook is for 99 cents. I don't I'd have to look again. We are on chapter 18. If you would like to hear the previous chapters, there is a playlist. I am planning sometime this weekend to put timestamps on them. So wish me luck because I have to learn how to do that. So, chapter 18, Raven. Placing the manuscript into the envelope, I seal it with a sigh, running my hands over the envelope lovingly. Malcolm called this morning to tell me he was going to take me shopping today. The guys have been staying somewhere nearby to see if the stalker will show themselves. They make it look like I'm alone most of the time. These are the last few checks before I'm free to get on with my life. Just a few more days become becomes a daily mantra. I'll ask if we can swing by the post office today. It's a little hard to believe I've successfully gotten a cookbook manuscript out while in the midst of all this chaos. I wouldn't change getting the job with Travis, even if things didn't work out in the end. And I can't lay all the blame for this mess at his doorstep in any case. Leaving the envelope on the hall table near the door, along with my purse, I always try to make sure the guys never have to wait for me to be ready. After all, they're putting their lives on hold to take care of me and keep me safe. I've no idea how I'll ever repay them for all they've done for me. Malcolm said he'd be here at 11. If I were if I've learned nothing else about ex-Navy SEALs, I know that for a fact they're sticklers about being punctual. Putting on a light swipe of lip gloss and taking a last look in the mirror, I hear the front door open. Glancing down at my watch, I'm surprised that Malcolm is so early. I'll be right there, I call out into the quiet house. You're a little early, Malcolm. I promise I won't keep you too long. I don't hear a reply. But that's not out of the norm for these guys. None of them are practically on the wordies, particularly on the wordy side, except for maybe Walt. Walking into the living room, I stop in my tracks at the sight before me. Travis. It's Travis standing in the middle of the living room, looking sheepish and holding a bouquet of red roses. On closer inspection, the bouquet holds two white roses in the middle of all the red and a ribbon with a skeleton key tied around the stems. My heart trips as I meet a pair of blue eyes filled with the light of hope. I want to say I'm sorry, he begins. I've messed up in so many ways and constantly dropping the ball. If you tell me to leave right now, I will, but if you let me, I'd like to clear the air between us. I'd like to show you just how much I love you, that I know I was an ass, and will spend the rest of my life making it up to you. I'm not sure when I fell in love with you, but I did, and it scares me. I've never taken a chance on love, but I want to with you, he finishes, watching me carefully. What? When did you want to date? To have a relationship? A flurry of thoughts, questions, and they all demand answers. Do you want me to still work for you while we date? Do you still want me to live with you? I want to have whatever relationship you're comfortable having, he tells me. I don't want you to work for me, and I can understand if you want a place of your own while we learn more about each other, but I find myself wanting you in my bed every morning, and I want to see you every single day. He shakes his head. I waited far too long and made too many mistakes to not want to be with you as much as you'll let me be. I want to be with you too, I assure him. I want to live with you. I want you to kiss me again. He crosses the room and hands me the roses as he takes me in his arms. We're the two white roses in the middle, he explains, softly, sweetly. I never want you to have to stand alone again. He begins to lower his lips towards mine, and I wrap my arms around him, looking up expectantly. And the key? His lips breathe the words over mine. The key is to my heart. Closing the last bit of distance between us, he rewards my request for a kiss with the expert touch of his mouth. We kiss as we always wanted to, not distracted, not worried the other will learn our feelings are deeper than they should be. I lose my breath before he pulls back, lips upturned into his own small smile as he gazes down at me, taking deep, calming breaths. Let me get these in water, I manage to say before I continue where we just left off. They're lovely, and I want to explore this. I motion between our bodies, but Malcolm is coming in a few moments to take me shopping. I make my regret clear. I want to explore his body, all the parts I've dreamed of touching these last long months. A steady heat fills me, and I'm certain my cheeks are tinged a bright pink. Tony called the guys when we got into town. Travis doesn't move a single inch away from me. They'll go home as soon as I give Tony your answer. Will you come back? He asks with boyish hope. Without directly answering him at first, I let go of our embrace and pull away. You call Tony, and I'll put these in water. I hope you know we're not getting out of bed until tomorrow, I call out. So you should tell Tony to find his own place for the night. I let out a giggle at the groan Travis releases at the same image of us rolling around in a bed until the wee hours of the morning. I hear him give a low chuckle from somewhere behind me, and it sends shivers down my spine as I search for a vase in the kitchen cabinets. I rush to take care of the flat roses before I drop them and jump him instead. As I attempt to get the newly trimmed stems into the vase, Travis comes up behind me, wrapping his arms around my waist and holding my warmth against his back. He bends and kisses me on the back of the neck beneath my ear and whispers, "Hurry," against my skin. I push the vase away from the edge of the counter and turn in his arms. Take me to bed. I grin before I kiss him. We quickly find ourselves in my bedroom, and my eyes roam up and down his body. Come on, I purr. You know I want to watch those clothes come off. I promise I'll make it worth your while if you go first. I almost don't recognize the sultry, crooning tone of voice coming out of my lips. He doesn't seem to notice that he's shivering under my gaze, showing me unconsciously just how turned on he is, as if the ridge of his erection in his time-worn jeans isn't broadcasting that message loud and clear. He slowly reaches up and grabs the neck of his shirt and pulls it off. Closing the distance between us, I reach out to touch his skin, and the heat coming off of him is so intense. I can't help myself and stretch up to kiss his lips before I take a step back and unbutton my blouse and let it slide down my arms, showing my pink shelf bra. I give him credit. He let his gaze start with my eyes and then travel down to, like a caress to my breasts on display among the lace and silk. Reaching down, he starts to pop the buttons of his fly, and the sight causes a visceral reaction to my libido. I almost can't stand simply watching. It's so much more than I ever imagined. I move towards him without realizing it at first and kneel in front of his jean-clad legs, watching him reveal himself to me for the first time. At first, only the fabric of his briefs and the window of the open pants make. He reaches in and pulls himself out for me, and I lick my lips in anticipation. I've always enjoyed giving oral sex to my partners, though I haven't had any partners in a long while, like a few years. The idea that it's something I can do to bring my partner so much joy and pleasure has always turned me on. I lick the tip of the glands and hear him moan above me, taking him into my mouth, and he feels like velvet over steel. His heat fills my mouth, and I hum in pleasure, causing him to groan at the vibration. I work him for a while, exploring to find what he likes as I vary what I'm doing until his legs begin to shake from trying to stay standing. Raven, stop, I'm going to fall, he hisses through clenched teeth. I pull my mouth off him with a pop at the end. Shit, that's so good. Remind me to be somewhere safe next time, he chuckles. Speaking of safe, did you bring anything with you? I haven't had a partner in a long time, so I don't have any condoms here. We're in luck. I have one with me. We can message Tony and he can leave a care package for us later, he says with a smile. He reaches down and lifts me to my feet, kissing my forehead, my eyelids, the tip of my nose, and finally my lips. We unbutton my linen slacks and let them fall from my body to the floor. I stand only in my matching pink bra and panties. He holds me close and then urges me in the direction of the bed, watching him shuck his jeans, briefs, and socks all in one go. There he stands, perfectly naked before me and vulnerable to my gaze. Come here and touch me. He gladly complies, laying down beside me on the bed. His fingertips explore my exposed skin, leaving goosebumps and a trail along my body. I sigh when he finds the edges of my panties. He gently slides his fingers underneath to play along my labia. My hips begin to dance, and I beg him to use a little more pressure. He obliges and plays in my folds along my clit and into the core of me. I'm so wet already, and he smiles and kisses my neck. How about we get rid of this lovely lace before I do something expensive? His grin is devastating. I raise up my back a bit so he can undo the hooks of my bra and sigh in relief at the pressure of it loosens. He moves down the bed and hooks his fingers into the sides of my panties, and with help, we wiggle them from my body. Kissing my ankle, Travis makes a small trail of kisses up my leg to the top of my thigh. I open my thighs wide and offer myself to his mouth. He blows gently on my exposed clit and the sensitive lips of my sex that are so swollen open. Placing a soft kiss on my clit, he begins to lick me with long draws of his tongue, mixed with short side-sized swipes to my clit. Reciprocating my earlier attention, Travis continues to explore my sex to find reactions to the things I like. I chant please over and over again. Nothing else will come out of my mouth. My body writhing on the bed, our warmth causing us both to perspire. His lips leave me and start to travel up my body, kissing and nipping at my body, causing gasps and giggles to escape me. He balances on his knees and grabs the condom packet from the bedside. I watch as he slides the sheath down his penis. We move so he's in the cradle of my thighs, and I lift my legs onto his hips, opening myself to him. If you want me to stop, tell me, he says out of the blue. Don't stop, I almost yell, afraid he'll leave me like this. He chuckles and begins to slide into me. It's been a while, and my intimate muscles are tight but slick. He covers himself with me all the way up to his base, and we start a rhythm that makes us both gasp and cry out. I never enjoyed sex as much as I do at this moment. We fight to keep a rhythm, to keep going as long as we can. Luckily, I'm the first to fall over the cliff, but he's not far behind me. Tea break. Okay. We roll, giving each other space on the narrow bed, and snuggle back into each other, panting to regain our breath. I need to take care of this, but I don't want to stop holding you, he pants, trying to get back to normal. I can feel the pounding of my heart in every part of my body. Here, let me. I don't know what made me say it or want to do it for him. I've always let my partner handle the condom. Instead, I find myself on my knees and I take the condom off him, trying the end and crawling off the bed to take it to the trash in the adjoining bathroom, grab a cloth, and wet it. Walking back to the bed and take my time, eyes tracing graceful paths over his chiseled body, I wash him with the cloth before he takes it from me and bathes me up in return. Let me hold you again, he requests, and I snuggle down beside him, where we hold each other close. Slowly our bodies begin to cool, and sleep drags us both down and away from the outside world. Waking up hours later to the sounds of someone making noise in the kitchen, Travis gets up and rushes into his jeans to see what the noise is. I find a summer dress laying out for the next day and toss it over my head. We find Tony putting foodstuffs away in the pantry. The smells of grease and beef come from a takeout bag on the counter. A plastic bag rests beside that from a chain pharmacy. Ever the prepared Tony. I could almost kiss him. I settle for giving him a smile, which he returns. Have fun, kids. I'll be here to get you at 9 tomorrow morning. Be prompt. He laughs and heads toward the door. I giggle and reach for the takeout bag, grabbing wrapped burgers, and walk to the fridge to grab sodas. Come on, Sexy, grab that pharmacy bag. Let's get back to the agenda. I order Travis, and it's his turn to laugh. Yes, ma'am, he quips and grabs the back box of condoms. We talk over our feast about my cookbook and plans for it after published. My idea about a Seattle-centric cookbook. He tells me about the new movie he's going to audition for that Amanda set up for him, and if he wants to change things with work. I'm looking forward to going back home to Seattle and starting a new life with Travis. We make love several times and eat cold burgers and fries again in the middle of the night. So that was chapter 18. We will do the next chapter next week. Oh, thank you. I had someone say it was too cheesy romantic, but I found it in a list of romantic things you can do for your partner. Oh, I thought it was very sweet. Brandy wants a burger. No. Nope, you have to wait a week. Thank you so much for joining me. And I hope you have a fantastic Monday. I hope you were able to do some cleaning or prepping or whatever it may be while I read to you. I don't know if I could ever read those types of scenes. I plowed, I got through it. That was the first time I've read that out loud to an audience like this. So I got through it. Brandy sticker making. Oh, thank you so much. If you are watching the replay and you want to answer some of the questions we asked today, just pop them in the comments section and I will be happy to answer the best I can. Um, and the New Year, New You sale is over. But of course, you can always get my printables, my planners, my workshops, and my coaching at the links below. Just so you know, I did not actually watch you read that. I just listened. I couldn't look at you while you were reading. I love you, Brandy. Okay, everybody. I will see you later. I will be back live on Friday. I think Brandy will be live tomorrow morning for writing sprints. So hopefully I will see you in that. And toodles, everybody.